In mathematics, what are relations and functions? Here we are going to talk essentially about function. What is a function? What are the characteristics or attributes of a function? How do you determine if a relation is a function or not? How is a function different from a relation? And what do we mean when we say dependent variable, independent variable, the continuous graph, the discrete graph, how it is related to real life situation? Let us start with the definition. A relation between two variables x and y is a set of ordered pairs. Now let me take each part of this. Assume an example. In your standard or a class, assume there are three students. The weight of one student is 30, the other one is 40, and the third one is 50. So three kids in your class. Now when we say they are combined, written with a comma in a braces, we call them as set. Now these are interrelated or meaningful values of your class student weight. So this is a set. Now we take the Cartesian product of this set. I am taking you to relation from the set and then I'll take you to actual function. So now this is a class, 3 students, their weight is given. Now I'm writing the set in this form, say mapping form. So these set, one more set, same set I'm writing again. And now I am taking the Cartesian product. What is Cartesian product? S cross S. We are going to make pair from first and second. That is 30, 30, 30, 40 and 30, 50. First will come from the first round you see, first set. Because this can be, this S cross S, it can be some A cross B. So there can be different set also. Since we have taken one set only, so we are taking the first member from the first set, 40, 30, 40, 40, 40, 50. Again, the third one, same 50 from the first set. Now we are taking the ordered pair from the second one. That is 50, 30, 50, 40, 50, 50. So you know, this formation is a Cartesian product. Now I am placing a condition over it. Now I want all the pairs where the x is equal to y. That is a relation which is actually an ordered pair. I am posing an equation. I want to find out from S cross S, that is Cartesian product, all the values where x is equal to y. So you get 30, 30, 40, 40 and 50, 50. This is a relation. So a set, how did we form this set? Then the Cartesian product and then a relation or a condition on this Cartesian product gave us a relation. Now come again back to this definition. A relation between two variables, x and y we are talking about. These are two variables, x and y. And here we have a condition, that is x has to be equal to y. So now the relation is also a ordered pair. Ordered pair means two values. So ordered pair consists of x coordinate and y coordinate, or you can simply say x and y values. Coordinate I am saying because we can represent them on a graph as well. We'll see that in a short bit. So a relation, as we see, we can write it as ordered pairs, as mapping design. You can also form it in a tabular form or an equation which you see here, x equal to y, and sentences also. If I write here where x is equal to y, I can write x equal to y also. So sentence form also I can give. So x values are input independent variable. X is independent. Let me write one more equation here. Y equals 2x plus 3. So whichever value x you give, y is bound by 2 into x plus 3. X has no boundation. You can give any value as per set. That is, if it is defined on which set, X, it is independent. But Y is not independent, it is dependent on X. For example, X may be defined on real set or a complex set or an integer set. X is taking any value from the defined set, but Y is not able to take any value. It is dependent variable. What makes this a relation? First thing first is this is an ordered pair. It might have come from some Cartesian product. In domain, we always take the first value, that is the X value. X value. Always take the first value. Domain, always take the second value. -5, -4, -3, -2, -1 and 0. Whether this is a relation or not, this is a relation. If you take the input, 4 -2, I'm taking one of the value, 4 -2. Let me take one more, -1 and 7. In between, -5, -2, 0, -2, 9, 7, like this, 0, 7. So domain is always the first value, which are shown in yellow here, 4, -5, 0, 9, -1. What are the range? The Y value, -2 and 7. Now one thing has come here, new thing. For 3x values, there is only one Y value. This is how the function starts. Is a relation a function? What is a function? According to the textbooks, a function is a relation in which every input has exactly one output. For example, I am writing one equation. I don't know what will be the value. I'm not going into actual details of this equation. I'm just saying, if you put x equals 1, you get y as 2. And if you put x equal to 1, and again you are getting value as 20. What I'm trying to suggest, if you put x as 1, and again 1 you are getting 20. This is not possible. This is not a function. If you're putting 1, you're getting 10, it's okay. 2, 20, it's okay. A relation in which every input has exactly one output. For 1x, there will be only one y. For 1x, you cannot have multiple y's. X coordinates, all the x coordinates in the ordered pair, x comma y, all the x values, these are the domain. If x values are different in all the ordered pairs, it is a function. It is a function. If you have same x coordinate, it is not a function. Y coordinate has no meaning, no bearing in determining the function. Y has no value with this. You just have to see x value. See here. Question. Is it a relation? See the x value. Don't worry about y. This is 0. Let me write it here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see here only x value I am writing. There is no repetition. It is a relation. This is a relation because we have ordered pair. But is this a function? As I said, if x is not repeated 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that means it is a function. If it 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, any one of this is repeated, it will not be a function, though it may be a relation. Let us take one more example. Whether this is a function, just write the x coordinate. I'm just uttering this coordinate word because we are going to represent it in the graph. I am writing the only x value, the first value of the ordered pair. -1, 1, 2, 0, 0, -2. No. 2 times 0 has come. X value 2 times. No. This will not be a function. It will not be a function. Is this still a relation? Yes, of course. Relation has no such limitation. Only function has this limitation. X 2 times, multiple times, no function. Now graphically, just see graphically now. Same thing. 2x values giving 1 y value. No problem. No problem. But 1x value giving you 2 y values is a problem. As I told you, if x is repeated, if you see here the second figure, -1, 3 is an ordered pair, -1, -2 is an ordered pair. For single -1, you have different y value. This is the failure. This is the failure. It is not a function. So the first one is okay. The second one is not okay. It's not a function. 1, 2, 0, 2, no problem. Y can come for different x value. But for single x value, you cannot have multiple y value. Same thing. Which relation mapping represent a function? One x value cannot give you multiple y value. One domain cannot give you multiple range. But here, multiple x values can give you range, no problem. One multiple x value is only forbidden. X can a, b, c, these are all different values. A, 2, a, b, 2, c, 2. See, nothing is related in the x coordinate or the x value. But if you see here, 2a, 2b, 2c, so 2 is repeated. The first value shouldn't be repeated in a function. Shouldn't be repeated in a function. So this is not a function. The way to check whether a function or whether certain graph is a function, we can do the vertical line test or the pencil test. What do? It's very simple. Take the pencil vertically and pass through the graph. If it intersects the graph only at one point, it is a function. If it is intersecting more than one point, that is 1, 2, 3, that is like this, then the graph is not a function. This is a vertical line test. Let us take an example. Now I'm taking a pencil here from -x to x, left to right. Wherever this pencil cuts the graph or intersects the graph at more than one point, it will not be a function. That is, for single x value, you are getting multiple y value, which is not possible in a function. Now you see, this has only intersected the graph at one point. So this is a function. Now I'm taking an example, vertical line test, and this is not a function. How this is not a function? Same pencil coming from left, one intersection. Now wherever it goes till it reaches the other point, it is intersecting twice. That is, for single x value, you are getting multiple y value, which is forbidden in a function. So vertical line test is just checking that multiple y value for x should not come. In order to understand the discrete and continuous function and graph, you need to understand discrete and continuous variables. Let me start with an example. You, in your family, in your house, there are 5 people. 5 people. You cannot have 4.5 people. Can you say, I have quarter to 4 or 4.25 members? These value or these variables are discrete. They have separate, indivisible categories. You can define a single person. There will not be an intermediary. Say if 4 people are at house, one has gone outside. You cannot say 4.5 are here, 0.5 has gone outside. No. Discrete variable, discrete graph. Now, the best way is to understand, if you can draw a graph without because pencil, when you draw, you have to pick up the pencil, and that will be the discrete graph. You cannot draw a graph discretely without continuously without picking the pencil. For discrete, you have to pick the pencil or pen. What is continuous then? Continuous, same example I am taking. There are 5 people now. Now let us take the weight and height of these people. Someone will have 3.5 height, some say 4.75 height. So now we have values between values. So we have continuous variable. So for any observed value, there can be infinite number of possible value. When you are able to draw a line between 2 points, then we say it's continuous. As I said, if you can draw a graph without, picking up the pen or pencil from that paper, that is continuous. If you have to pick, that will be a discrete graph. So every interval is divisible into infinite number of equal parts. There is no graph here or the line here which is broken. It is continuous. You don't have to pick your pen up. Take an example. This is an example of discrete graph. Now you see every value are scattered. We don't know what is the value between this. You will say I can without picking my pencil or pen, I can draw a graph. There is no value in between. These are the only value being provided to you. There will be no line. You cannot make a line. We don't know the value in between. So this is a discrete graph. What will be the domain and range? I'll take one of these or few of these. Say x value. This one. What is the x value? -5. Write it here. Take it here. What is the x value? -1. Take this one. What is the x value? 5. All these. So you have to write x values here. What is the range? Same y. What is the y value? 4. 4. What is the y value? Say, take this one now. What is the y value? 3.75 something. What is the y value of this? 1. So this is how you're going to write the values. Y value, range. X values, domain. X coordinate is domain. Y value is range. Now I'm taking a function which is continuous. Continuous. Why this is continuous? Because there is, though we have a sharp turn here, but still it is a continuous function. What is the domain of this function? Domain x values. Say this value. What is the x value? 0. Take any other one. This one. Say x value is 5. Take this one. Say this one. X is 10. So you have to take x coordinate value, that will be the domain, and same for the same points you have to take y values. For example, the first one you can take it as 30. I'm just taking approximately just to make you understand. Second one can be 10 like this. And what is the y? Around 18 you can write. This is the range. Which situation represents a function? The items in a store to their prices on a certain date. We are assuming that every item has a different price. There is no common price. And types of fruits to their colors. These are two scenarios. Which of these is a function? Which of these is a function? Every item has a different price. A single item doesn't have multiple price. Here, the fruit, say it's an apple. It can be red, it can be green. So the first one is a function. Domain, range, function. What is the real life scenario? Why do we read it? Why do we understand these things in mathematics? Let us say, because every one of us has shoes and these pair of sock. One pair of shoe, you have 2 sock. or you can say two shoes, because you don't say two shoes, you say one shoe, one pair of shoe, and two sock. So now the number of shoes in x pair of number of shoes in x pair of shoes, if you have how many pairs of shoes? So you have two pair of shoes. So how many shoes will be there? 2 into 2. That is, 2 pair of shoes means 4 shoes. 5 pair of shoes, 10 shoes. Or you can also relate it with pair of sock. One pair of shoe, 2 sock. You can also make this function for sock also. For example, you have 5 shoe. 5 shoe. How many sock will be there? 10. 5 pair of shoe. If I say you have 5 shoes, I'm not saying we are having 10 shoes. It is 10 shoes, but you will only say 5 shoes because pair is taken 1. But sock, if I want to evaluate, I multiply this with 2. Let us take one more example. Domain and range. Johnny bought at most 10 tickets to a concert for him and his friends. One ticket is costing $12.50. If he takes one, it will be 12.5, 2, 25, 3, 37.50. Now we can interpolate, extrapolate. We have the numbers and now we know how to use it as a function. For example, if he takes 5 tickets, just multiply 5 with 12.50. Similarly, 8, multiply 8 with 12.50. 10, multiply 10 with 12.50. So this first row is domain. Second one is range. What is the independent variable here? The number of tickets being brought. Number of tickets being brought. And what is the dependent variable? Because the second value is dependent on the first. That is the total cost of the tickets. Okay, so we talked about function here. What is function? Then there are certain things related to function. We also discussed that. So thank you so much. Take care of yourself.